What is up, everybody? Hello and welcome. This is Whatever It Takes, the show where we ask our contestants, will you do whatever it takes to win? I'm your host, Bongani BJ Jeranyama, and I'm joined by our co-host and scorekeeper, Alicia Perez. Alicia Perez, get in here.
Hey, BJ, it's good to see you.
It's good to see you as well.
Yes, and happy Friday, of course. As we all know, I'm drinking. And I must say, I know you're going to introduce it later, but we've had a lot of random topics. This one certainly takes the cake.
Definitely. My sweet tooth is definitely tingling with tonight's theme. That's right. Sweets and treats, pastries and baked goods. Now, Alicia, I gotta ask you, do you consider yourself to be a baking queen?
Well, I am a naturally sweet person, she says, lying. However, I don't really like desserts, but if you force a fork of tres leches cake down my mouth, I won't say no.
Okay. Well, you know how to get into her heart. So, as always, we're going to go over the rules, but before that, we're going to introduce our contestants. And if you've watched the show before, you know how this works. We have our contestants write each other's bios, and whoever wrote the funniest bio is going to go first. And that's big, because you get to go first in round 1 and round 3. So you get a lot of advantages for it. And then Alicia will decide, hey, who's funniest? You're going to go first. So, let's go with Jamie Lynn's bio first, which was written by her competitor, Emily. Jamie was born on this very day, May 21st. And from the instant her parents and sisters gazed upon infant Jamie's cherubic face, they knew she would change the world. A true Gemini and self-proclaimed high school #super nerd, Jamie spent teenage summers TAing web design courses and was so mesmerized by the exhibits at her senior prom's Academy of Science Museum venue that she forgot to dance. Just forgot. As an adult, Jamie moved to Cambridge, Massachusetts, where she became a marketing graphic designer at home security company Simply Safe, designing beautiful ads that many of you have likely seen pop up on your phone while listening to your favorite podcast. She founded the indie sketch group Friend Club and developed the 2MB cooking show, Cook It Right, where she demonstrates her cooking prowess at cooking dishes as cooking her favorite foods. Hey, like noodles, which she eats out of a teal, her favorite color, bowl while sipping a gin mule, her favorite drink, as Mean Girls, her favorite movie, plays softly in the background. Jamie is joining us today from the West Coast, where she has been living with her family during the pandemic. Happy birthday, Jamie! It's the birthday girl herself, Jamie Lynn.
Hi, thanks for having me. What a fun bio. I do have to issue a slight correction. I cannot claim myself as a founding member of Friend Club. I'm definitely like one of the last editions. I just snuck my way in there. Definitely not a founder.
Humble, but we know you're the president and CEO. Now, Jamie, I gotta ask you. You host your own cooking show. We're doing sweets and treats, baked goods tonight. Are you going to do whatever it takes to win?
I will. I shall. It's my birthday. I've come to win.
Hey, gotta do it for your birthday. But hey, we're going to see your competitor. We're going to see who's going to try to reign a little bit on your birthday. So this is Emily Stone's bio, written by you, Jamie. Emily Stone is a recovering events marketer and adoring dog mom to Crosby, the wind beneath her wings. Also, she's married to some dude named Max. Anyways, a relic of Herald Night, main stage, and more. Emily can name exactly 196 countries and dance approximately half of the Thriller choreography. When she's not applying for sainthood by volunteering with kids with diabetes, she's deeply and internally haunted by the time she farted in front of her middle school crush. That was embarrassing. It's the awe-inspiring Emily Stone, everybody! Emily! What can we expect from you tonight?
Well, that fart story was told to Jamie in confidence. Very excited to be here. Happy birthday, Jamie.
Thank you.
Happy birthday to Jamie. Now, I gotta ask you, Emily. Jamie has her own cooking show. Do you feel like you can be in the heat of this kitchen?
Absolutely. Although I don't have my own cooking show, I have trained thoroughly under my mame. She has taught me how to cook some good dishes, including a coffee cake. So if you have any questions about coffee cake, those are the only baking questions I will be able to answer.
That's good to hear because I don't think we have any questions about coffee cake.
Oh, all right.
Good luck with that. Alicia, you heard both bios. What are you thinking?
I must say, we started off this episode fart heavy. So I'm excited for that because I'm internally a 9-year-old boy, and I want you all to know that. So I am going to give the winner for the beginning intro to Jamie because the fart story got me. It got me. It did.
Which is really Emily's story, and I just co-opted.
You know what? I never won from that happening to me, so let's just keep it going.
It's almost like you both win.
Yeah, that's true.
My middle school crush did not win.
No. Well, Jamie, you'll be going first. Before we get into round one, I'm just going to give a quick reminder to how the show works, how the game works. Contestants will alternate answering trivia questions or completing the whatever it takes challenge. There are about 3 10 to 15-minute rounds, depending on time. With every round, the questions and challenges get harder, but the points double. Each contestant can take the whatever it takes challenge a maximum of 3 times per round or 9 times the entire show. So, if you don't know something, or if you want to play a little bit of strategy, you can be like, hey, I don't think you'll be able to answer this question, or you won't be able to do this challenge. You go ahead. So here's a little bit of a reminder of the gameplay. One person gets a question, they can answer it, or challenge their competitor. At that point, the competitor has to either answer the trivia question, or they hear out what the whatever it takes challenge. Now they can decide if they want to take the whatever it takes challenge, or if they want to challenge back the original question answer, whatever, the original competitor, if they can do the whatever it takes challenge. At that point, they have to do it. Any incorrect trivia questions or any failure to complete a whatever it takes challenge means that you give your competitor the full points for that. And in the first round, the points were worth 20 points for an original question, and then 40 points for a challenge or whatever it takes challenge. Are y'all ready?
Yes.
Yes.
I know, that's a lot. Well, a reminder again, today's theme is sweets and treats, pastries, and baked goods. And Jamie, you're up.
Cool.
All right. The zest is the peel of what type of fruit?
Any citrus? Usually a lemon is used.
Hey, we'll go with any citrus fruit. There you go. 20 points on the board. It's that easy. Round one. Give you a little bit of softball pitches, but we're gonna get a little bit more. Emily, let's see if you can get on the board.
Okay.
All right. What is an egg wash used for in baking?
What is it used for?
What is it used for? What's that technique used for?
I think I know. It is used for making the top of a pastry crust look nice.
Alicia, I'm going to throw it to you. What are we going to go with that answer?
The official answer is to give a glossy finish and promotes browning. And I think looks nice.
That's nice.
Does fall in that category.
Yeah.
Give her the points.
All right, Emily, that's 20 points on the board for you.
Thank
Jamie, you are up next. What fat element is a required ingredient for making brioche dough? What fat element in brioche?
Oh God, I've made brioche, so I should know this.
Hey, if you don't know, you can always challenge Emily.
I think I'm worried this is too basic, but I'm gonna say butter.
Wow, butter is a answer, and that's the correct answer. Hey, here's what I'll say. It's round one. what you think the answer is probably is the answer, but you never know.
Okay.
Emily, you're up.
Okay.
All right. How much is in a baker's dozen?
13.
13 is correct. Hey, you know your baker's dozen. All right. Alicia, I'm thinking these questions are getting a little bit too easy. We need to raise them up a little bit. Hopefully we can get something now.
I agree.
Jamie, you're up. What kind of pastry is baklava typically made out of? Or made with? Baklava.
I want to say phyllo dough.
Is that your final answer? Remember, you can also challenge Emily if you want.
I don't know if phyllo dough counts as an ingredient or as a pastry, so now I'm overthinking it. You know what? Just for shits, I'm gonna challenge Emily.
Okay, Emily, do you know what kind of pastry is in baklava? What's it made out of? Or you can take the whatever it takes challenge.
I also wanted to say phyllo dough, but considering I thought it was pronounced phyllo dough, I don't feel very confident. I'd like to hear out the whatever it takes challenge.
All right, the whatever it takes challenge. I'm going to throw it out to Alicia in just 1 second, but I'm going to tell you the answer to this.
Please.
I told you it's round one. You should go with your gut because it is phyllo or philo. That is correct. But Alicia, hit us with that whatever it takes challenge.
So this is one of my favorites, actually. This is the rock, paper, scissors challenge. We want you to play the classic game of rock, paper, scissors with your opponent. The person who wins twice wins the challenge. So you go 1, 2, 3, whoever wins, 1, 2, 3, whoever wins. And now, BJ, I think we should set up the ground rules. Do you go rock, paper, scissors, go, or rock, paper, scissors, shoot, and on shoot you go? What do we do?
It's on shoot, and then you go.
All right, rock, paper, scissors, and then on shoot is when you go.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Yes.
3, 2, 1.
Rock,
paper, scissors, shoot.
Ah!
Okay, Emily's got one.
All right, and one for Emily.
Okay. Ready?
3, 2, 1.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Tie.
That's a tie. That's a tie.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, go.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Shoot.
Okay.
Oh, one for Jamie.
Okay.
That's 1 for 1 if I'm correct, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Next
All right, here's the
one, winner.
tiebreaker.
All right. Rock.
Ooh.
Oh.
I just want to make sure you two start at the same time.
Yeah, fair,
Okay.
fair.
Yeah.
We're not going to either way.
3, 2, 1, go.
Rock.
Paper,
Scissors.
scissors, shoot.
Is that
Oh,
paper?
that's
That was
Jamie.
paper.
That's 40
No, other way.
points on the board for Jamie over there. That was probably the longest game of rock, paper, scissors that anyone has ever seen.
I will say, I think this is like a chaos system that I learned because no one else I met does this, but I learned it to do rock, paper, scissors, rock, paper, scissors. No shoot, just go on the third one. Boom, boom, boom.
That must be a West Coast thing.
That's crazy talk.
I guess it's just more efficient. I don't know. So, like, I got real thrown off when I started learning y'all are going on shoot. I was like, what's this extra word no one told me?
Well, that's 40 points on the board for Jamie. You know, before we get back into the trivia, I want to let the audience know about our audience question. You watch whatever it takes. You know, we love our audience. They're saying happy birthday to Jamie in the chat. But every week we have our first challenge in the second round is an audience challenge. So you get to decide what you want to see our contestants do. So this week we have a 20 seconds challenge. You have 20 seconds to draw one of the following treats. You know what? I just realized, Alicia, that I don't think our contestants have any drawing utensils because we did not tell them beforehand.
I can
We can
find
get this
a
together.
utensil.
Okay.
But anyways, guys,
Anyway.
we're not doing that right now. When it comes to it, we can get ready for that. But the audience, we want you to decide, what do you want them to draw? Is it a wedding cake, a tres leches cake, which is Alicia's favorite, or a winter holiday cookie? We don't have a poll this week in Twitch, but if you just put in the comment sections what you would like to see, them draw a wedding cake, like a full-on wedding cake in 20 seconds, a tres leches cake, or a winter holiday cookie, let us know. You see it in the chat. The questions are over there. The options are there. But hey, right now, Emily, you are up. Jamie just got 40 points. Let's see if you can get some on the board.
Okay.
All right. Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives is hosted by what celebrity chef?
Is it Guy Fieri?
Guy
Fieri?
Fieri is correct. Yes. Yes, that's 20 points.
Thank you.
Hey, Jamie, you're up. What does it mean to blind bake a pie crust?
Oh, that's when you put it in without anything in it and you weigh it down with pie weights to help bake the crust before you bake it with whatever is the filling.
Hey, you know your baking stuff. You have a whole cooking and baking show, of course. Emily, this is going to be the last question of the round.
Okay.
All right, let's see if you can get some more points on the board. 1 stick of butter is equal to how many tablespoons?
8.
8 is correct.
Yes.
8 is correct. There you go. Hey, and that's the end of round 1. You just did it. Alicia is going to be tallying up all the scores. But while that's happening, Jamie, we've teased it out a little bit, but hey, let us know about your cooking show. Let us know what you got, what you've done in the past, what you've got going on, and when the people can watch it.
So Cook It Right is on TMB. Oh my God, I'm spotlighted. On 4th Sundays at 3 p.m. Basically, I teach you how to cook something, and also my friend Colin will attempt and usually fail in some way that will surprise me and us all. What was a good one? When he just scooped a bunch of flour onto a cutting board to help roll out the dough. So it was just like mountains of flour next to the dough. It would normally be this Sunday, but we are taking a break this month. So tune in June for the next episode of Cook It Right.
All right. Awesome, Jamie. Where can people find you on social media?
I am Visor Aunt on Twitter, and like aunt, like your mom's sister, or your dad's sister.
No, just the moms. Dads don't have sisters.
Dads don't have sisters. Yeah, that's how you can find me.
Nice, excellent. And you're also a part of the 69 showcast.
That's
isn't that
right.
correct?
That's right. I haven't been on in a hot 69 minute, but I believe I will be on soon. But yeah, it's a fun time.
Nice. Yeah. So go and follow Jamie. Watch Cook It Right. And yeah, that's great. Alicia, what's up? We got to know the scores. What's happening?
First of all, Bongani, you know better than to interrupt my drinking, but for this occasion, I will let you know the score. We have the current winner, Jamie, at 100 points, and Emily very close at 80 points. So as we both know, this is a close game, and the next round could define everything.
Yeah, and like we said, it's round 2. The questions and the challenges are harder, but guess what? The points are higher too. So an original trivia question, you get 40 points. For a challenge question or whatever it takes challenge, you get 80 points. So one question could change your fate. Emily, you are up first.
Okay.
All right. Are you ready?
Yes.
All right. What is the leavening agent in a Genoese cake? Or Genoise? I don't know what it is. Genoese, Genoise, whatever.
Unfortunately, I also don't know what that is. I am going to give my question to Jamie.
All right, Jamie, you've been challenged. Are you going to answer the question, or are you going to hear out what the whatever it takes challenge is?
The only leavening agent I know is yeast, so I'm gonna go with yeast.
Okay. Yeast would be a great answer for most cakes, but not a
Yeah, this-
Genoise cake. Because Genoise is leavened by air beaten into eggs. There is no leavening agent in that cake. This is round 2.
Trick question.
That's tricky, yeah.
Tricky. It's a
Hey.
tricksy little question.
It's round 2. We're upping it up.
Okay.
All right. But Jamie, you get a chance to earn more points now. Are you ready?
Okay.
What gives brown sugar its color? Brown sugar has its distinct brown color. What gives it that?
I only have a guess, so I'm also gonna pass it to Emily as a challenge.
All right, Emily, you've been challenged. Do you know what gives brown sugar its color, or are you going to take the whatever it takes challenge?
I am so excited to answer this question because going back to the coffee cake that I made, I ran out of brown sugar and I had to look up if there was a replacement. So I think this might be the answer because I was told to use white sugar and molasses, and I believe molasses gives it the brown color.
Molasses is absolutely correct. Hey, that's 80 points on the board for you, Emily.
Okay.
And guess what? You're up again. What is the most suitable type of flour to use when making a sponge cake? Regular sponge cake? What type of flour are you going to use?
I'm gonna challenge Jamie on this.
All right, Jamie.
Challenge.
I, again, only have a guess, so I'm going to hear that whatever it takes challenge.
A whatever it takes challenge. And guess what? It's the audience challenge. But before we get into that, I'm going to let you know, it's self-rising flour. Helps it get the sponginess. There's a lot of different types of flours. When we're doing our research, Emily, I'm telling you, there's so many different types of flour.
I feel like the message of this round is that everything rises by itself. You got the self-leavening. Okay.
Alicia, can you let us know the audience challenge and what they decided Jamie's going to have to draw?
Okay, Jamie, as long as you have a pen and paper at hand, we'll give you a few seconds as I explain this. Again, the challenge is to have 20 seconds to draw one of the following sweets. The audience decided, and it's actually a tie between my favorite dessert, tres leches, as una dominicana, obviously we'll say, and the other one is a holiday cookie, and winter holiday specifically. So since it's tied between the two, I am going to go with, selfishly, draw my favorite dessert, which is tres leches cake. So once Jamie comes back, and full disclosure, I pronounced her name as Jaime for like the longest time until I spoke to her. In emails, I would say, oh, Jaime said this. And that's how you know how Latina I am. So now you have 20 seconds on the clock to draw me the most perfect tres leches cake. Go.
Alicia, do you want to... Oh, it's going up. That's fine. We'll hit 40.
Oh, wait, am I over? Sorry.
No, where are you going?
Ah!
We'll let you know. You have about 5 seconds. 5 seconds. 3 seconds. 2 seconds. 1 second. Okay, that's 20 seconds. Let's see what you got. If you can display it to the camera.
I wasn't fully sure what a dulce tres leches cake looked like, but I was like, I can't let Emily take the points. I have to at least attempt.
You know, I will say that that's a lot better than I expected. You have the furries, the furls on the edges, and the classic cherry in the middle. You know what? I gotta give you the points. I did not expect this in the short amount of time that you had. I mean, it's actually pretty very good.
Hey.
Artist? I mean, I just didn't expect that.
No, I'm not an artist.
Hey, a new career path, maybe. And guess what, Jamie? You just earned 80 points. Maybe. Can we see if we can order or get 40 more? Because you're up.
Oh, shit.
Which pastry derives its name from the French word for lightning? So this pastry, its name also means lightning in French.
For reasons I can't explain, my brain wants to say like I'm gonna butcher the pronunciation, but like pot de chouette. That feels wrong though.
Is that your final answer?
No, I'm gonna challenge him.
All right, Emily, you've been challenged. You can either answer this if you know, or you can ask for the whatever it takes challenge.
I have absolutely no idea. I would like to hear the whatever it takes challenge.
All right, before we throw it to Alicia, I'm going to let you know it's a classic of French pastries. It's the eclair. Eclair! Lightning in French.
Sounds electric.
Alicia, hey, another challenge. Let us know.
Okay, so the next one is Who's That? So you have 20 seconds to do a celebrity impression and try to have me correctly guess who it is. You can't say their name or say that, I've been in this movie or I sing this song. So
Okay.
I'm sure you have something in your pocket that's your best impression. I suggest you go for that.
Oh, I get to pick the
Yes.
Okay. I have 20
All right.
seconds.
Yep, we're going to get the clock set up. We're going to get you isolated. And
3.
then, well, all right. Alicia, you want to take it?
Yeah. 3, 2, 1, go.
Wow. All I
You have
got.
20 seconds. You have 20 seconds. You did that.
Oh, whose wedding is this?
Owen Wilson?
Wow. Yes.
Part of me just wanted you to just draw out that wow.
All right, 80. Emily, you got me with that one.
Okay.
My genie in the chat said they knew it right away.
That was
Solid.
fucking great.
All right. Well, that's 80 points for Jamie and I'm sorry, for Emily. And Emily, you're up again.
Okay.
Who were the original judges of the Great British Bake Off? We need the full names. So have you seen it on Netflix here in the States?
Yeah, I've seen it and I know what their faces look like, but I don't know what their names are, so I'm gonna challenge Jamie on that.
All right, Jamie. Do you know the Great British Bake Off, or are you going to take a challenge?
May I do a quick pause?
Sure.
Are you sure you don't remember their names?
Is one of them Owen Wilson?
Okay, it's just they have very memorable names.
Well, already challenged Jamie, so hey, Jamie, you're up.
I wish it were Owen Wilson, but no, I'm pretty sure it's Paul Hollywood and Mary Berry with the lads.
The most ridiculous names, and that is correct. It's Paul Hollywood and Mary Berry.
That's why I was surprised that you didn't remember. Mary Berry and Paul Hollywood are the most ridiculous names.
Is that the same as the Christmas Great British Bake Off? Because I thought there were 3 people on that.
Oh,
or was I watching a different show?
Let's talk about it offline because there are many iterations.
There are a lot of different versions. Yeah.
Okay. I think Mary Berry might have been there for all of them, though.
Oh, Mary Berry's the best. Come on. I'm a Mary Berry stan myself. I'm not here with the Prue stuff, but whatever. That's my cross to bear. Jamie, you are up next. You ready?
Yeah.
What is a bain-marie used for? A bain-marie. What is that used for? It's a technique in baking. Do you know?
No, I don't. I'm challenging Emily.
Emily, do you know what a bain-marie is?
It sounds French.
It's a type of technique used when baking.
Probably a French technique. Nope, I don't know what it is. I'd like to take the challenge, please.
All right. Alicia, hey, we're getting a bunch of challenges. But before I'm going to throw it over to you, Alicia, basically, it's when you submerge your baked good into another thing filled with boiling water, and then it creates steam and other stuff. It cooks it differently.
I've done this. I did not know it was called Bon Marie.
Yeah. Alicia, your cat is here. What is up?
Okay, so Paula's going to tell you what our challenge is, and it is going to be the most important challenge of the night, to be quite honest. Bongani is a newly married man, and as we all know, he needs some help. So, what you need to do is give some marriage advice to Bongani, and we're going to figure out if it will actually save his marriage.
She's not even here. She left me. She's in New Hampshire right now. I need to win her back. Bernadine, if you're watching, I need you.
Whew, you know what? As also a married person, I have no idea. So I'm going to give this question to Jamie. Jamie, do you want this challenge?
I think I have to take it.
Yeah, you do.
So I am super duper unmarried. But I will say never go to bed angry and be prepared to sleep in separate beds if necessary. But don't go to bed angry. Don't want like a hostile bedmate. That's a no-go.
You know what, BJ? She's sticking with the classic, and I think that's a good one. So if insomnia will cure your marriage so that you two never have to go to bed if you're angry, you will just spend 5 straight days without sleeping. Then I mean, I'm not married either. But
all right. Hey, if that can win her back into my life, I'll take it. We'll get twin beds. We'll go in holding hands. It'll be great.
You can also push the beds together if you need to. So
yes.
Yes, and I will say, you know, at the end of the day, you know, happy marriages are overrated. You know.
In the chat, I see Endorphin 1880 says no joint checking account. I also see Tron 53 said, "Wow, a marriage is on the line." And My Genius saying his marriage needs savings. Not really. Yes, Bernadine is in New Hampshire, but to celebrate one of her friends' birthdays. So I think we're going to be okay. But Jamie, I'm going to take that advice as well. Because usually I go to bed just really angry. Just, oh!
I'm very curious how Bernadine is going to feel when she comes back from New Hampshire and you have twin beds in the room.
And not that he bought twin beds, but that he took a chainsaw.
Oh, yeah.
Sawed the bed.
Yeah.
But you can push it together.
Yeah.
You always push it together. Hey, everyone, guess what? That's the end of round 2. We're done. Alicia's going to be tallying up the scores. But while she's doing that, Emily, I know you're a veteran improv, a theater person. What's happening with you? What have you been doing during the pandemic? How are you doing? Why don't we get everyone back on the screen? We don't gotta isolate. All right, how are you doing, Emily?
I'm doing pretty well. It's a very good question. See, I quit my job in event planning 2 months before the pandemic, thinking I'd just take a short break, but then they fired every event planner ever. So that was maybe bad timing. I am going back to school in September for nursing, though. So I guess if I had to plug anything, I would say if you think you want to quit your job, do it, because you might find something else even better. Or you might have no money.
Well, we're all happy to see that you're going back to school. You're going to be an incredible nurse. You know, My Genius saying you can go and plan my second wedding. Wait, what?
Okay.
But that's awesome. Alicia. Emily, before we say anything, Anything else you want to promote? Anything else you want to put out there?
Just my Meme's coffee cake. It's very good.
All right. Get that coffee cake. It's excellent. Alicia, you've got a cat on the screen wanting to be the star. What's up? What's the point?
It was definitely my fault. I should have never dragged him out of his nap. However, going to the topic at hand, we are gaining so much lead with Jamie at 320 and Emily at 160 for this round. So really the third round makes it. You know, it's basically the double or nothing round. My cat just drooled all over my keyboard, so I am dealing with that myself. But let's go on to round 3, BJ.
That's a lot of things. Before we go into round 3, why don't we do a little bit of... Do you want to wait until doing the wine corner until later, or seems like you're dealing with a lot?
Oh, as you know, I love to talk about drinking. So this is what I'm doing today. It's summer. You know what summer means? White wine. Because during the summer, I become a white woman. It's my dream. It's what I do. So this wine I'm drinking today is called Flor de Napa. And I picked it for today's episode because flor sounds like flour. And flour, you use that in bagels, right? And I love bagels. I love bagels.
Flawless logic, always from Alicia. But we're going into round 3. Hey, it's the hardest round. The hardest questions, the hardest challenges. But hey, it's the most points that you can get. For an original trivia question, that's 80 points. But for a challenge trivia question, or whatever it takes challenge, that's 160 points. So Emily, I know you're over there. Comeback season's in force. One question can change your fate. But Jamie, the birthday girl, you're up first. You ready?
Yes.
Who is the patron saint of bakers? The patron saint of bakers. There's a specific Christian saint who is the patron saint of bakers. Do you know, or do you want to challenge Emily?
I like the idea that it's Jesus because he rose from death, but I'm pretty sure it's not. I'm going to challenge Emily.
Emily, someone in the chat says McNabfi? I'm sorry, I probably messed that up. Says someone Italian. Do you know who's the patron saint of bakers, or do you want to take the whatever it takes challenge?
I'm pretty sure I know. Both my parents are watching right now, and they did a very good job of raising me Catholic, and I know that they know, and my dad is yelling it right now at the screen, but I'm so sorry to fail you. I don't remember. So I'm going to have to take the whatever it takes challenge.
We got a whatever it takes challenge, the first of round 3. But before we get to Alicia and the whatever it takes challenge, I'm going to let you know the answer. I'm going to butcher the name, but I'm going to say what it is. It's Saint Honoré. I believe it's Saint Honoré. Honore. Saint Honoré. Alicia.
I don't feel bad anymore. I have no idea who that is.
No, there's no way I forgot that.
Endorphins 1880 says Chrysantino the Elder.
I like that.
Alicia.
I think that's the true answer.
Okay, so Emily, I believe in our private chat, Lisa's going to be pasting the exact text, but this is what you have to do. We want you to recite the famous Muhammad Ali quote: "Sting like a butterfly, fly like a butterfly, sting like a bee." Sorry, again, the wine. In the style of one of these two famous cooks, Gordon Ramsay or Guy Fieri. So the text is right there in the chat.
Okay.
Do you see it in the chat?
I do see it in the chat. Yep, I got it.
All right, let us know who you're going to do this. Which style you're going to say this entire quote in.
I'm going to choose Gordon Ramsay. Can I ask a qualifying question? Is he British?
He is British, and you have to in his cadence, you know.
He's Scottish as well. So.
Oh, he's Scottish and angry.
He is
all right,
British.
Here we go.
British and Scottish.
All right, I'm excited for this.
Okay.
3, 2, 1, let's go.
float like a butterfly and sting like a bee. His hands can hit what his eyes can't see. Now you see me, now you don't. George thinks he will, but I know he won't. That's my Scottish accent.
Alicia, that was Emily's Gordon Ramsay. What do we got?
I'm sorry, can she win the game now? Or like, do we have to keep going? Like,
oh man.
Absolute win. You got it.
I don't know if it sounded like Gordon Ramsay, but it was definitely enthusiastic.
I love this commitment.
No, the thing is, it sounded like Gordon Ramsay. I'm not sure if you've seen Hell's Kitchen, but it sounded like Gordon Ramsay if he had a few drinks and he was still pissed off at the kitchen.
That's what I was going for, exactly.
And you have the chat just going crazy. Some people are like, "This is great." Some other people are like, "This is more of Gordon McGregor."
No, I love that you got me, and that's all that matters.
Okay, I'm so glad.
And Emily, guess what?
Yeah.
You had 160 points for that, and you get to go again.
Okay.
You get to go again. So here's the question: how tall was the cake that holds the Guinness World Record for the tallest cake ever made? You can do it in feet or meters.
I'll challenge Jamie.
All right, Jamie, the world's tallest cake. How tall was it in feet or meters? Or are you going to do the whatever it takes challenge?
I don't know. So we're going to take the challenge.
Oh, another challenge. This one's just filled with a bunch. Before we get to that, I'll let you know it was 108 feet or 33 meters. That's a tall ass cake.
God, how is that structurally sound?
Hey, I don't know. But you know what I know that's structurally sound? Our challenges. Alicia, take it away.
All right, here's the challenge, Jamie, and this is a little bit intricate, so I want you to listen closely. It is going to be based on Toy Story. Are you a fan of the Pixar movies?
Yes.
Okay, great. So we want you to perform a scene from Toy Story as if you were a contestant in the Great British Baking Show. Pick whatever character you want, and the Mary Berry character and the Paul Hollywood character are played by Buzz and Woody, right? So Mary Berry is Paul and Woody, and so is Paul Hollywood, and you're whatever other character that you want. And so you're presenting your final product, and you have 60 seconds to create this scene for us.
So it's a minute. It's a minute of full-on improv. We're asking you to do 3 different characters.
Okay.
All right, we're going to isolate Jamie, put a minute on the board.
All right,
and
we'll give you a couple seconds to you know what you're doing?
Does it have to be Toy Story 1?
It could be any of the Toy Stories, so you can pick that pink bear or whatever, or Spoonie, whatever, Mr. Potato Head from any of the Toy Story movies. It's just that your judges are Buzz and Woody, and then you're whatever character you want to be. All right, let me know when you're ready.
Okay, let's go.
3, 2, 1, start the clock.
Hi, I'm Ken. This is my fantastic cake. I don't think it has enough layers. Oh, wait, no, I'm supposed to be Buzz. Buzz. I think this guy's missing a few layers in his head. Ooh, buddy, there's no cake in front of us. Did you know that? But it looks good, don't it? Missing some layers in this cake and that cake. But did you check out my very fabulous baker's outfit and the chef set that comes with it in the 2001 Ken and Barbie Fantastic Baker Collection? Jesse, why don't you come take a bite out of this cake? I'm sure it's delicious.
all right, that's time. That's time. You can bring everyone back. That's a tour de force. This is an entire scene. Alicia, what are you thinking?
Bongani, that was one unexpected. I did not know Ken was gonna come up in here. That was amazing. That was funny. It was great. Full points to Jamie. You did amazing. I knew which character was which. Round of applause.
Boom. Boom. That's 160 points for Jamie. And Jamie, I believe you're also up as well. So what does the term au gratin mean when it comes to cooking? Au gratin. What does that mean when it comes to cooking?
I believe it means when the ingredient is like sliced and covered with cream.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah, I'll go with that.
Alicia, what do you think?
Now, slice has nothing to do with it, and it's covered with breadcrumb, which is the opposite of cream.
Yep, that's
So
true.
I have to give those points over to Emily. You're catching up. This round is not yet over.
We got 3 more minutes left. Emily, you just got 80 points. Let's see if we can get 80 more. You're up.
Actually, that was 160 points, Bongani.
No, okay. That's 160.
Because she got it wrong, and then right?
Yes.
Hey, you're the scorekeeper. You give it out. You say 160. It's 160. Emily, let's see if we can get some more. Okay. What materials are commonly used to make professional bread pans? It's really just one material. What material is a professional bread pan made out of?
It's not aluminum. You know what? I'm just going to challenge Jamie. I'm not going to tell what I don't think it is. I challenge Jamie.
Jamie, do you know? Have you been making some breads?
I've made breads, but I didn't know professionals had special pans.
Well, we said that because pans can be made out of a lot of things, but if you're making like professional breads, there's one type of material that is made out of for the bread pan. You can take the whatever it takes challenge. Your face says whatever it takes challenge.
Yeah, let's do the challenge.
All right. Well, the answer that stumped both of you was aluminized steel.
All right, taking the challenge. It is going to be... Okay, sorry about that. So 45-second challenge. We want you to... Do you have your phone handy?
Yes.
So we want you to call a sibling or cousin or someone close in your life and have them say in one sentence why you are great on speakerphone.
Oh my God. How long do I can call my sister, but she might not pick up.
Okay, we'll start the clock once you have her on the phone.
Okay. All right. Hold up. My phone is being annoying. Come on.
This is level 3. As Bongani says, it gets harder with each level.
Can I ask a challenge question about this challenge?
Yes.
If her sister doesn't pick up, can I call my sister?
Alicia?
To be quite honest, this is only the second time we've done this challenge, and I think we want to keep it to if her sister doesn't pick up the phone, then the challenge is lost. Bongani, what do you think?
Hey, sure.
So either way, Emily, you would get the points. So we just hope that who you call picks up the phone.
Jesus, no pressure. Okay.
I just want my sister to tell me I'm great.
On the speaker, if you don't mind. The suspense.
She's very busy, to be fair.
Is she working?
Yeah, she might still be working.
Hello, you reached Alicia Enquist.
Do you know if she's working?
I mean, technically, I think she gets off at 5, but she might work later if she has to, so she could be working.
Okay, I don't want to knock off points for that. BJ, how about we go to another person?
Why don't we let Emily?
Yeah,
Emily try the challenge.
You think your sister will pick up?
Yeah, I have 2 sisters. Which one should I call, older or younger?
I say younger. I love Gen Z.
Okay, she doesn't usually answer. Let's find out. Okay.
No one is getting points if no one answers.
Hi, Mimi.
Hi, Maggie. Hey, in 45 seconds, tell me why I'm great.
You're great because you always support the people. What? No, I know I'm on the phone right now. Okay, sorry. So you always support people when they're feeling down. You're good at making people feel better. You're funny. You're really good at baking cookies and coffee cake, even though Meme doesn't think so. You are like the best dog mom.
You have 15 more seconds. Keep it going.
Okay. You are a really good older sister, and you're really pretty.
Yes,
Right,
that's the end. Very pretty. Thank you. Okay, bye.
Hey, it warms my heart. We love to see it. We love to see it.
Okay, I absolutely loved that, BJ. I don't think you really understand, but the connection between sisters is very intense. Now, Jamie, your sister owes you a present or like a Venmo send, so just let her know that. And Emily, your sister sounds lovely. And Emily, your sister sounds like chaotic good. Like, I love that.
Yeah.
Love that.
That's a lot. That's 160 on the board. That's the end of round 3. That's the end of the entire show. We're going to let Alicia tally up all the scores. But before that, I want to let you guys know about some stuff here on 2MB. Please go to patreon.com/2MB Studios. Be a patron. You can go at $2, $5, $10. Both Alicia and I are patrons. You get behind the scene stuff. You get different shows that you can only get for patrons. Go and do that today. And also, make sure to stay on this channel for the next show that's coming right after this one. It's 69 Minutes of Sex with Me. It's the most sultry-based pun game on all of Twitch. And guess what? I'm on it. So you like this show? See me again in like 2 seconds. And then after that, make sure to watch Tookie Kavanaugh on the rehash with David Thomas at 10:30. It's a whole night. It's Friday night here on 2MB Studios. We're having a great time. We're doing great stuff. My name is BJ Jeranyama. You can follow me on Twitter at BJeranyama, on Instagram at b.jeranyama. I would love the continuity, but hey, it is what it is. And hey, that's it. Alicia, how can the people follow you?
You want to say now she's calling me back.
I said, answer the call. Answer the call.
Well, you'll get to speak with your sister afterwards. We'd love to have her on the show, maybe in the future. Alicia, though, let us know who won today.
Okay, so before Apollo fights it off, I have to say it was a strong comeback from Emily. We are ending at 720 for Emily, 580 for Jamie. You both did so strong. You were so hilarious, BJ. These were some of the 2 most hilarious guests that we had. So we have to give it up to Emily for winning, especially that right at the end she came in with her sister who saved you. And at the floor now.
All right, Emily, we're going to spotlight you for about 20 seconds. You're going to do your victory speech. You did whatever it takes to win. So why don't we just spotlight Emily? Go ahead.
I would like to give a very special thank you to my little sister, Maggie Stone, who just won the game for me. I would like to give a special thank you to the Dragon Fruit Berry Seltzer, Wegmans' newest flavor. That kept me hydrated throughout the show. I would also like to give one shout out to my husband who brought this in case I had a technical issue and had to press for help. Thank you, Max. I'm sorry that I talked more about Matt Crosby to Jamie than about you, but I love you also. So thank you all. Have a good night.
There you go. Well, hey, you did whatever it takes to win. And Jamie, hey, have a happy birthday from all of us here. You
Yeah,
might
happy
not have won
birthday.
today, but you won in life.
I hope so.
So, Alicia, how can the people follow you?
Absolutely never, anywhere at all. Please leave me alone. Happy weekend.
All right, for everyone here, congratulations to Emily again. Happy birthday to Jamie. And we'll see you in 2 more weeks in the beginning of June. And hey, have a great night. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Happy birthday.